What's going on, everybody? JBM Design Company. In this video, I'll be pressing about 30 shirts. I was going to use super color for this print. However, the customer supplied the shirts that allowed me to print a different method. Stick around to find out how this turns out. Alright, so right here we have super color transfers that I used printing these soccer jerseys for a youth soccer league. So I used super color and B-Flex. Give me 5 to customize these. I also did the B-Flex on the back, customize that number. However, I'm printing for the same soccer organization, but the customer supplied 100% polyester white shirts. Therefore, I talked the customer into sublimation. I didn't say sublimation because I didn't expect her to know what it was, but I did print her a sample, if I can find it, of what the sublimation will look like compared to B-Flex Give Me 5 vinyl. Alright, so this is pretty much what I'll be printing on these white jerseys, mainly because they are white, 100% polyester, which is going to allow me to print at a cheaper cost for both of us. So I'm using the Epson SCF570 to sublimate these, and the best thing about this is that it's a 24 wide format printer and I can fit all these images on one print, unlike super color, which this is not a super color versus sublimation video. However, there's 20 minimum that you have to order through super color. Here, print everything in one shot. And I mean, by doing it this way, that is money savings. Already got that done. Now it's time to cut these apart and sublimate. Alright, so I got the first one done. Here is the shirt. Here was my sample print. My sample has a higher sheen because the material that I use, it has like that shine to it, so it looks more of a higher sheen than this one is. These are Port & Company performance tees, but yeah, but this is how it's turning out after printing on the shirt. All right, the sample that I gave her, here it is on the shirt. They both look about the same, but here's the thing that I want to point out: when you're printing polyester shirts, it doesn't matter whether you're sublimating or anything. With polyester, it's important to have a lint brush nearby and try to get any lint out of the area, because as soon as you press a polyester shirt, and it's easier to see on a white shirt, but any lint that you press will press into the fabric of polyester and it's not coming out. So it's important to keep your area as clean as possible. I washed my table down with some Myers all-purpose cleaner before I put the shirts on here. But yeah, here's the first one. I'm gonna knock out, how many of these are? These are size medium, 1, 2. All right, so I'm gonna knock out these other 3 for the video so y'all can see what I'm doing step by step. I'm not using the T-square to measure it, I'm eyeballing it. But while one is under the press, I'm taking the next design, I already cut them out, and I'm folding it halfway down the design in both directions. And I'll show you as I do it on the press. Alright, so it's not a bad idea to get any lint that might be on your press. I don't always do this, but for this polyester shirt, I want to be extra careful of any lint. Alright, so I'm just throwing the shirt up here. I'm measuring it on both sides to make sure it feels even. Alright, I get my design, and what I'm doing is from the collar, I'm coming down the 4 fingers and I'm lining it up with the outside of the collar right here for the middle. Alright, 4 fingers down from the collar, I'm looking at the top of my design, and that's how I'm finding my placement. I'm lining up the center of the paper with the edge of this platen right here. And I am using tape just to make sure it doesn't shift on me. Now when you press this, you are going to get lines from the paper. That's okay. I'm taking a piece of paper, and I do put the paper inside of my shirts. Sometimes the sublimation does go through the shirt, and it presses on the back side of the shirt. It doesn't do that every time. I guess it depends on the temperature that you're pressing at and the pressure that you're pressing at. But sometimes it happens, and you don't want one of those times to be the time you didn't put the piece on the inside. So I got a piece on the inside, piece on the outside. You don't necessarily need to slide the collar off of the platen. I just always do. Slide it in. Now, sublimating, I would do 400 degrees for 60 seconds. My press, I have been checking my temp, and I've been bumping it up because there are some uneven spots around my press. So I bumped the temperature up. But while I'm doing that, I'm getting my next sheet. I'm looking through the paper to line up my image. And I'm just doing that. That's the first line, fold and a half. And this is all done while one shirt is already under the press. Alright. Now this one's ready to go. It doesn't have to be super perfect. 10 seconds left. When the press opens, you don't want it to pop open. You want to slowly let it up because sublimation, the gases are still working. So if it pops open, this image can move around, causing ghosting. So go ahead and take this off. Get my next piece. Take it off. I just ripped the paper because my tape is great. My tape is really great. Alright. And I gotta get the piece out of the inside. So I have lines. Now I can't see this image on this piece of paper. But I'm still going to trash it, just to be sure. So, that's my next shirt down. Alright. I'm going to do one more on the camera before I just knock out these shirts. And I'm not going to walk you through this whole process. You already saw it. But yeah, I mean, the cost to order 20 of these through Supercolor, which is the minimum, and I needed 30, compared to just sublimating. And sublimating works best on 100% white polyester. So it just kind of worked out for me in this situation. 4 fingers down, which is about 3 inches from the collar. And I'm doing the left chest. With the left chest, it depends on the size of your left chest print. It's not always going to be 3 or 4 fingers down. It depends on what you're printing. Because the average size left chest is a 4x4, 4 inches by 4 inches. But some designs might be 4 inches tall, 3.5 wide, or however you want to mix that up. So the middle of that design is not always going to be in the same place if you do 4 fingers down. So you got to keep that in consideration when you're measuring out your shirts. Alright, that's good placement. 4 fingers down. This is in line with the edge of the platen. Put that one there. I don't really want to put these pieces of paper inside the shirt because I feel like it's taking time to do it. But I feel like the moment that I don't do it, I'm going to see the sublimation print through the backside. And that's what I don't want to do. So. All right. Whew, hot. All right, so that one is done. Cool. All right, so that's going to be it for this one. I just wanted to show real quick how I sublimated onto these 100% polyester white shirts. Again, I'm using Port & Company Performance Tees. I actually thought these were youth jerseys because the other ones that I printed are youth, and I'm thinking these are some really big kids. But this is my size shirt. It's an adult medium. This is how the placement looks on the shirt right there over the chest. You can see it. All right. So yeah, I mean, that's it. That'll wrap up this video. And I'm gonna knock out the rest of these shirts. Like I said, I got 30 of them to do. This would be a long video if I did all of them on the video. But if y'all got anything from the video, hit the thumbs up. Please like, subscribe. I'm gonna do another video coming shortly whenever I record it, addressing my 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I think I am about 200 subscribers away the last I checked. So stay tuned. Hopefully the giveaway will be great. As always, y'all be yourself, be your best. I'm JBM. I'm out.